Well, friends, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and I have the mighty itch to shirk my responsibilities, and you know what that means. That means that it is time for daily map. Now this daily map's going to be a bit interesting because I know I want to make a dungeon map, but I don't know what kind of dungeon map I want to make. So we're just going to start with a blank map. You know, maybe we'll do the dungeon generator this time. Maybe we'll do the maybe we'll do some shenanigans with that, and we'll see what we can come up with here. Let's make it some wooden floor here. We'll go wooden floor. Very complex. Still don't know what boundary does when it comes to all this stuff. It's really something I should come up with. Walls we want to be wooden, of course, and let's go ahead and generate some ideas here. Let's see what we can come up with. Oh, wait, can I undo and get back to that? Yeah, I can. Look at that. That's a great little map right there. Okay, finish. Easy. Easy peasy. Let's go to terrain brush. Let's change the outdoor terrain to grass, because I don't really know many wooden buildings that are... Oh. You know, maybe we can do like a... What an idea. We could have a courtyard that's made of cobble. It seems like we already have an idea as to who would live here. Somebody rich enough to cobble their own yard. Sorry if my voice is a little bit cracky. I've done a lot of talking the last couple of days, and it has wreaked havoc on my vocal cords in a way that I did not expect. So I'm a little bit scratchy in the throat. At least I hope it's because of the talking. Okay, let's really quickly go to the building tool, and let's just go ahead and cut off all of these here. Passageways. I like this little interesting shape here. I might actually make it even more interesting by doing something like that. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that, like that. Go to the portal tool. We're going to come up with... I don't think double doors really fits what we're going for here. Yeah, we'll just go with the basic door right in the middle. And that ought to look very nice. Now I think that this area here is going to be some sort of library. So we're going to go to our object tool. We're going to go to our storage tab, which is all the way down at the bottom here. Storage, and then there's going to be all these bookshelves. Although they call them merchant's shelves for whatever reason, but that's okay. They can be whatever we want them to be. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to make a line of bookshelves here. Maybe I should vary these a little bit, make them a little bit less samey. Just something like that. Oh, that's a very big one. So maybe we're going to start over here and we're going to go something like that. Maybe we even have some back-to-back shelves here, right in the middle of the room. And so maybe instead of like, I originally had envisioned this as some lord's manor or mansion, but maybe instead of that, maybe this is a library. Maybe this is like a scholarly building. I kind of like that idea of like, this is a building designed to house knowledge, and maybe we could do something interesting story-wise with this. Maybe the players need a specific piece of information. Maybe they need a location of an ancient crypt or a tomb of some king who they now think has been resurrected for evil means, but the scholars are very protective of their knowledge. So this adventure is a heist. Yes, it is. But we're not after gems or rubies. We are after information. Can the players break into this museum, this place of learning and knowledge, and extract what they need before the guards find them? Will they wind up murdering some people who really shouldn't die? Because, I mean, the people who work here, the people who do this, they do not bar the players' access because of malice. They don't say, how dare you come and seek knowledge? But they're guardians of this knowledge. They do not trust the players to use this knowledge appropriately. And so they are the wardens of this knowledge, the keepers of this knowledge. And maybe that's the order's name. Maybe they're called the keepers. And maybe we go to chairs here. We grab some of the stools. And I use these older tables on purpose. I think it'd be very flavorful for this place of knowledge to be very old and ancient and never really been upgraded. Let's grab a bench. Put the benches underneath the long sides of these tables. We're going to go to the wall tool really quickly. Is there a... No, there's not. I was looking for like a metal fence or a grate. Excuse me. I am... Oof. A little bit sleepier than I would like to be. I'm going to have a late night as well tonight because I have a class tonight, my final class of this semester. So I think actually we have to move that table because I believe I want there to be a wall just like that to the archives. And so the essence of how this place works is that you go inside, you say, hello, my name is Steve, and I would like to take out a book. And they say, of course, Steve. And they bring you to the seating room, and then they will go into the room behind, and they will extricate the books that you wish to research, and then they will bring them out to you for you to read. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to the object cool because now it's time to make this little lobby area. And the lobby area would definitely have a desk, and I think for the desk I'm gonna use a bar. Just because the bar really works for it as kind of like a clerical desk. I would say that maybe we put the bar like this, and then maybe we go back to our wall tool, and we would no, you know, maybe the wall goes like that. And you know, maybe we'll turn snapping back on. Maybe we'll grab a wooden variant just like that. I forget, can you? Yes, you can. Something like that. Have a little clerical area over here, have a little waiting area over here, maybe with some artifacts. I wonder if there's any display shelves or anything like that. Display? Decor? Not decor. So like a safe? No. Stairs. I do think that we should put a staircase in. I think it should be back in the employees only area. Because maybe the way that this house looks in my head, at least, and I think I did like the stairs better that way, is that this area, this main house, is 2 stories, whereas this area is 1, and the living quarters of this order of knowledge keepers is upstairs. And so we are going to go ahead, and we're just going to make the downstairs today. We're not going to do anything fancy. Certainly not. Let's go with carpet, which I believe is under rug. Yep. Rug. Let's get a big square rug. Let's scale that up, spin it around. We got to come up with a color that's not this gross red color. Maybe a purple or a violet. Then maybe we'll go to the slow rotate and we'll just kind of pull that in. Actually, I think it looks better this way. Put that rug down there. Everyone needs a welcome mat, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to straighten this out. We're going to scale that down to or is this a bath mat? That's a carpet. I think this looks more like a welcome mat, though. Scale it down to 1, put it at the entrance. Or actually, you know what? We're just going to take another one of these things and we're going to scale it back up and we're going to just carpet the entrance here. We're going to go to chairs. We're going to grab some more benches. We're going to scale the bench. No, we're going to scale the bench down to 1 again. And we're just going to put a couple of benches in here. A little waiting area. Maybe we'll grab some tables. Tables. There we are. And we'll put maybe a table here. Maybe we'll put a table here. And I think it'd be a good idea to have some drawers or some dressers, maybe with some maps and some writing implementation. Let's go to administration really quickly, and I mean, I like the idea of having a map table in the room where people can access things. Maybe somebody left something out previously. And let's turn off snapping because we don't need it for what we're about to do, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just make a varied stack of papers here on the administration desk. A couple of sign in and sign out sheets to keep a toll on whoever's been in and out. And then in the back, we are going to jump over to our scatter tool, and we are going to go ahead and put down. And maybe they're over here in the corner. That doesn't really fit. I mean, they do fit. I know exactly what I want this to look like. It's just not quite coming together. Some scroll bins, important notices, flyers, things of the sort. Then we're going to go back to our wall tool. We're going to go to our portal tool. We are going to grab a nice looking door, something very fancy. I forget how to flip the door. I know there's like a hotkey to flip the door. Rotate 180 degrees on. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop a portal right there, just to give people access to this back room. And then this little archway here will not have a wall or a door behind it. Let's go back to the object tool, and under administration, maybe we'll take a couple of books, and we will leave these books out on this table. Maybe one of the researchers is overzealous and keeps messing things up, or doesn't keep things tidy, or maybe they were researching something and they wanted to leave their place. Maybe these people also handle the mail. Who knows? Who knows? I kind of like the idea that maybe there was a group of people researching something, and their research is very important, so they've just kind of left it and they had to go sleep or eat, and that's what that is. Yeah, I like that idea a lot, actually. Moving on to the little administration back room here. I think I would like there to be a sofa, if at all possible. I think that would be what is this? Sailor hat, of course. Let's see, a fixture. I really don't think there'd be a fireplace in here. I think that would be on the second floor. Oh, maybe a trapdoor though. Maybe something that leads down. Down a story. Into a cellar or a larder. Maybe there's a secret entrance in the other area that ties into that. I don't think they need a bathroom because it's a fantasy map. No one uses the bathroom. Fantasy characters don't poop. It's just kind of the truth of the world. Metal bars. A drafting table. Now this could actually be something interesting here. I think that I'm going to leave a drafting table in there, and then I'm also going to leave one in the administration room. Maybe not in front of the stairs, though. I feel like that'd be a foolish place to put it. And then I think I'm going to grab a table. I think I'm going to grab a nice table with a nice little cloth here that matches the rug. We're going to put it over here. We're going to grab chairs. But not the chairs that they make other people sit on. They have nice wooden armed chairs. Armed chairs. Yes, the chairs have guns. Be careful. They're magically enchanted to prevent robberies. It's a fantastic place, D&D. Then we're going to go back to rug. We're going to grab a circular rug this time. We're going to scale that up by using the wrong hotkey. We're going to scale that up. That's kind of crap. It's too big. Then we're just going to leave a rug under that. No, we're not. We're just going to leave that raw as is. Now, I think, there is a statues thing. I think we would be remiss to not have a few statues in this area that look strangely identical, strangely lifelike, and maybe if if the players are foolish enough to be noticed by one of these after hours, the statues come to life and they attempt. Oh yes, they do. They attempt to seize and destroy anybody who would harm the library. And then, of course, there would be one at least in the in this last room here. They're both watching the door. If anybody walks in front of those, they come to life and they will chase you down to the ends of the earth. You know what we can do here is we can actually go to, I think it's under shelf. SH. No, is it under storage? Yeah, it is under storage. I think that it would look okay. Let's get that long one back. Where is it? There it is. Let's shrink back down to 1.0, and let's make a little bit of terrain in here. And that's just so that, so battles are a little bit more interesting. You kind of have one square on both sides. You're going to have these aisles, very cluttered. And you know, actually, maybe what we'll do, right, is we'll take the drafting table and we'll move it to the front of that. We will take the object tool, we'll go back to statues, and maybe we'll make an even more imposing statue. That doesn't really fit. But this angel statue certainly does. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it supersized. Maybe this is the deity of these, I mean, hey, maybe you go back to the first week of daily, or the first month of daily maps in the description down below. The Order of Knights had the same statues in their basement. Maybe this is the entrance to that basement, and maybe this is the first floor of these Keepers of Knowledge, these Knights of Knowledge. And maybe you could build a whole order out of them. Who knows? It's an interesting idea, nonetheless. It's a very interesting idea. But I think that just about does it for this. I think I'm going to now go and focus on the outdoors. We're going to go to plants. You know, actually, we're going to start with trees. We're going to use these nice, do we use the nice big round trees? Or do we use, yeah, I think I like these trees right here. We're going to go under for our placement. We're going to scale them from 1 to 1.8, somewhere around there. Actually, no, over works pretty well. And we are just going to go ahead and make it seem like this area is nice and forested. Nice and forested little area here. And who knows, I mean, if this is your town, maybe it's not forested. Maybe this is an inaccurate representation, but I like the idea of this being not in the town per se, but kind of out on the outskirts of town. Players have to do a little bit of traveling to get there. It's a very fantastical place. One simply does not go and meet the keepers. They have to have a missive from a lord or a lady saying this is where to find them. And then just to kind of sell that idea, I'm going to go to the terrain brush. I'm going to grab terrain. You know, if I change this to dirt, does all of that, yep, change to dirt. Darn it. So then if I go to terrain dirt here and I up the intensity, does that mean that this is, yeah, that means it's going to be dirt. So I'm going to lower the intensity a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I know how I feel about that, and I don't like it. Is there another thing that might be a little bit better? Something a bit pathier? Yes, but I don't think it's necessary. Yes, but I don't think it's necessary. The last thing I want to do is stables. I know that these stables are, well, ambitious. I don't like the stables in the default dungeon draft, but I am no artist, and so I cannot complain. I am no artist, so I cannot complain. I will go ahead and I will leave 3 stables here, as well as some hay bales stored in a logical place, kind of over here. And we're gonna go ahead and grab some horses. Maybe this horse is checking out where the food is. Maybe this horse is just tied up and chilling. And then the last slot is left empty. Perfect. And then, yeah, maybe we'll grab a fountain. Or is there a well? Or is that under infrastructure? Is this a well? It's a bucket. Here's a well. And over here, there's the drawing well where they can draw their water. And then I don't know what the difference between these two fountains are. I guess this one looks a bit more grand, a little bit larger. This one looks to be even more interesting though. Has a little feature in it that's kind of nice. So we're gonna go ahead and drop that fountain there. And that will be today's map. Look at that. I love the way this looks. I'm probably actually going to use this in one of my games. Just because it's a nice little library with the promise of some secrets with the trapdoor, with the promise of even more of the house with the floor. I like the idea of having guardian knights to guard the knowledge that lives there. I like this being tied to the underground knights temple. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to export this. And this is going to be in September. This is going to be day 33. Hard to believe it's already been 33 days. Then the next thing we are going to do is turn off the grid and export it again. Day 33, no grid. And the reason for this is because when I posted all of my things, one of the commenters said, hey, I love the maps, but just make sure that always have a no grid version for dungeon maps, because lining it up in Roll20 is a huge pain in the dingus, and they're right. I do it all the time, and I'm surprised I didn't realize that. But that being said, thank you so much for watching. It's been a longer one. It's been a 20-minute video, but I think that we have a really awesome map to show for it. If you would like to download this map and use it in your own D&D campaigns, there will be a link in the description of this video to Imgur, where you can go ahead and you can pick this map up for absolutely free, as long as you do not use it in professional work. This is for personal use only, but for that end, you can use it in whatever personal projects you wish. Also in the description, as of now, is the entire month of August's daily maps. So if you want, I think 50 maps are in that folder, or 50 variations, 31 maps. That'll also be linked below. And as always, you can look forward to this month's maps being posted on the 1st of the next month. And yeah, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that other YouTuber nonsense that no one actually follows. And thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day.